Hello and welcome to Dioso Gaming with your host, Dioso. In this series, we're hoping to play some Factorio. I almost called it Terraria. Oh, Jesus. No, we're hoping to play some Factorio and hopefully help y'all learn a few things. But more importantly, y'all will probably just, enjoy watching me die to the biters all the time. We're starting with a new world. Let's see what we got here. Decent copper, some coal, tiny bit of stone. I hate that's... Is that stone over there? No, it's copper. Ah, looks like we're going to be hunting for stone at some point. Oh, hey, we have crude oil. Pretty close by. That's nice. And a lot of iron. So, we're doing alright on some of these. Now, there we go. I like to stick with mining iron at first. It's a lot easier. Also, I like to have the alt on. There's coal here. Let's get some coal. Let's turn down that. Would that be this? There we go. That's better. Now, for those of you who don't like the game that start off slow, Factorio is probably not going to be for you, because anytime you create a new game, unless you're playing like campaigns, which I haven't really played too much of the campaign, it's going to be a slow start all the way through. You start by pocket crafting everything, and then you start making power, and then you start automating things, and then you start finding choke points here, there, and everywhere else, and then you get attacked by biters, and then have your bases destroyed, and then you go restart again. At least that's how my experience is. But it's still a fantastic game if you like to tinker with things. A lot of micromanaging. Alright, so let's see here. I need iron, so... don't mind me just trying to figure out what to do. Which is half the game. What do I gotta do now? What do I gotta do now? Pretty much how this game is. Now, your two biggest resources starting out are going to be iron and coal, with stone being a close third. Copper isn't as important until you decide it's time to start making electricity. So I usually try to get about 4 burner drills for coal, and 3 for iron at first. Because, well, let's face it, you need more coal than you do iron. Well, no, not really. Kind of, but not really. You need a lot of coal because you gotta power a bunch of machines, so having more coal mining is probably better. Let's see, I want iron. 2. It's nice. Oh, I can make 2 of these. Let's go ahead and just start with getting some coal mined. So that way we don't have to worry about constantly getting fuel. Oh, and for those of you wondering, I am using a mod. It's what is the name of this mod? I will have to find the name of the mod later. But it's basically a mod that changes the flashlight from a cone to a full circle. This really helps with YouTube because, well, YouTube doesn't like dark things. So, it's more just a convenience. I'll make another one so I can start making some more iron. Iron is life. Here. Oh, I can make some. Now, while I'm thinking, I need one more iron. Take one of these, and I gotta go find some trees somewhere. Where are here's some trees. Are there like dead trees around? I don't know what I see. Some trees. Might as well just mine a few trees because I'm gonna need some more once I start getting power poles. Might as well just have some trees in advance. There we go. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a chest. And now, go get some coal. I forgot to grab fuel. Because I'm going to need to power this drill, because I'm going to have some... No, what's this one? I'm going to have a little drill just mining some stone for me, and I don't want a whole lot of stone, so I'm probably just going to do what I like doing, the inventory limiter. I'm going to go with... Yeah, I'll go with 2 stacks. 2 stacks will be about 100 stone. That way we're not using up all of our coal for just that miner up there. Now I can make 4 of these. Let's make 4. Normally I only go with 4 miners for the coal starting out with, but it might be a good idea to try 6 out. And all we do is swap it around. Now, for those of you who are wondering, this is the default view. You can't really see much right now, but you don't see any arrows, and you don't see like what this has got in there. If you hit the Alt button, you bring up this sort of little display. It'll make more sense later, but basically this tells you the arrows are the output. So the arrows pointing out are basically, this is where these miners are setting whatever it's mining to. So as you see, it's putting into a miner, which is putting into a miner, which is putting into a miner, and just this loop. Now over here, it's the same thing, except only it's putting into a furnace. And this furnace shows that it's making iron plates. This would too if I had fuel, which, there we go, plenty of fuel now. Let that go. Go check on my stone just to make sure that it's, and like you see, it'll also do the same thing for chests. I don't really know if it'll show like a bunch of things. Yeah, it'll show up to like a certain amount. I think it'll show up to like 4 items. So, well, that's actually the stone. But yeah. So it's kind of useful. Oh, there's trees down there. Okay, well, I don't even know. Now I need to. Now I know where I need to go for trees on the other side of the lake. I don't really like this coal field. It's like a crappy ass coal field. But we got another one right up here, so it's whatever. Alright, so I need more stone. Grab all the coal. Now, if, like you see there, I don't have to open up its UI to grab stuff out. If you control left click on something, you pull out everything that it's producing. Or in that case, coal. If you control right click, you pull out half. You can also do the same when putting stuff into items. So like if I want to put like a coal in here, control left click will put, I think, the entire stack. I think up to, yeah, the entire stack, whereas control right click puts in half of what you have selected. I think, don't quote me on that. Please, don't quote me on that, because I could be completely wrong. Alright then. Alright, now we just grab this, and that should produce us plenty of iron. And should probably start working on some copper. So let's get about 2 things of copper going. Yep. Better if I could work with thinking, placing, there we go, placing things. Be wonderful. Alright, now then, let's see here. So we got copper going, and we got a bit of iron going. We'll probably need more iron, but for the time being, this should work. What we need is to figure out power. I could... Now, steam engines are going to be your go-to power at the beginning. They create a lot of pollution, however, so... Which you can't see right now, but there are biters around here. And they will come attack me whenever pollution gets too high. So the idea is not have too much pollution, but it's actually just pretty much unavoidable. You will have a lot of pollution at some point in time. So you probably shouldn't worry too much about creating a whole bunch of steam engines at first, until you get to the point where you might be able to actually defend your base. So I would say maybe 4 at start. And I need a bunch of iron for steam engines and a bunch of that. So I've got plenty of stone. If I want to make 4, let's make 2 boilers, because it's 1 to 2. Yeah. Alright, so let us do 2. And I need to get more iron. That's cooking. There we go. And 4 minus 1. There we go. Now then, where should I put... Probably start it over here. Good on this side. Or I can just do it over here. That way when I get ready for coal to be fed down here, I can just bring a little bit of a belt down here instead of trying to go all the way around. But we shall see. Okay, oh, right. I also need a offshore pump, which I need copper. And I need pipes. Yep, and we have a full chest. That should not be running. Nope. Okay then. Drip the copper. There we go. Make 1 offshore pump. Make... We'll make pipe for now until we figure out how we want to do things. So then, let us see. Yep. Okay, so I want to go from here. Right? Yeah, we'll go from this side here. And let's make an underground pipe. Now, a useful thing you can do is ghost building. So, like you see, they're not actually there, but I can plan things out before putting anything down. Because it's just easy to get rid of. Like, just like that. You just right click. There we go. And it doesn't take any material. So, I want boilers. Water's got to come in from here. I want to go down, bring the boilers around here, and then have the steam engines go down. Yeah, let's do it that way for now. So we'll take this, put it there, and then just start putting steam engines just like this. Or not steam engines, the boilers. And then this can go here, to here, here, to here. And I can put steam engines like so. And that should do it. Now, I think that should work just fine. So, let us go ahead and I'm going to need, what, 1, that's 2, so 4, 6. I'm going to need, no, there we go, and I need 1 pipe. Alrighty then, that should do. I almost forgot to put the steam engines in, or the boilers and steam engines. A slight little pause there. Family life can always get in the way. Alright, now then. Let us see, what were we doing? Alright, so we have our power kind of set up. We don't really have a use for the power yet. We also don't hardly have any fuel coming down here. But, for the time being, I think I'll just grab some fuel and put the fuel in the burners. There we go. For some reason that didn't want to work. Now this should make sure all the steam is good to go. Alright, and it should stop. Yeah, it won't burn anything. This is mostly because we don't have any power set up. So, what should be our first aspect of power? Usually, technology. So, I usually go with logistics first because my setup usually requires this. So I need... Wait, actually, let's go with automation first. So, I can actually just make it easier. So we'll do that. And I need to make science packs. I need to make 10. And I have to pocket craft them. This will help because I need to make a power pole first. There we go. And then queue up that. Now, usually I go with logistics, but having the ability to just do a factory right off the bat, let's just get rid of that. There we go. Then we can make it a tad bit faster. We shall make one power pole. This is currently powering nothing. We are just waiting on our lab to finish. Now, while we're thinking about it, let's take a look at our pollution. Yeah, it's not that bad yet. I can't really tell. I'm partially colorblind, so this little, this little coloring doesn't really work for me. I don't know if y'all can. I can see a slight amount of color difference there, but yeah, I'm not necessarily colorblind. I have color fusion, so colors are hard for me to tell apart. All right, so we got 5 in there. Let's go ahead and put another. Put 5, and there it is. And we'll just make another 5 real fast. So we can get automation done, so we can make a factory, so we can make science, well, automated. And why don't we make a radar too while we're at it? We need fuel. So that way we can make a radar, and we can start scanning the map for things, because, well, I don't want copper wire in my, oh, there we go. Now, let's go ahead and set down a radar. Let's go ahead and step down on the other side. There we go. Maybe I should make 2 radars. Just scan a bit faster. And with that in progress, I think I am going to call it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave any comments of perhaps something I could, any thoughts on Factorio. And with that, ta-ta for now.